So you left the training early, and maybe you're thinking this can't be real. Okay, I don't know the reasons why you left the training early, but one of the thoughts you saw the amazing success that has happened from people going through this, right? You've seen that I've created over 5-7-figure students. I've created countless other people that are earning 6 figures a year, side incomes of 5 figures, and thousands of people that have earned hundreds of dollars, at least a couple $100 online, or have started earning their first dollars online, right? Seems a little too good to be true, right? That can't be real. And I understand where you're coming from. And years ago, 10 years ago, before I understood how any of this works, I would have felt the exact same way. The way I was raised, I was taught you can't get rich early. You can't just poof, make money happen. It takes long, hard work. It takes long, you have to do lots of sales calls. You have to meet with lots of people and build up relationships over months or years to do big business deals, or, build up job experience to eventually get a raise and a promotion or whatever, right? Or you win the lottery, or you're born rich. Those are the ways to get wealthy. You can't just make it happen. And that was where I believed, and I actually worked in the corporate world for a number of years. I was an analyst. I was a data analyst at marketing companies, and I remember I increased. I was working for a very small ad agency. It was Glenn Beck's ad agency. Glenn Beck's the news radio host. He has a couple companies though, and I was working for them. I was managing a lot of advertising for different clients this ad agency had, and I increased their total billings. When I came in, I think they weren't even billing that much. They were billing like $20,000 a month. This very small part of the ad agency, and I increased their billings to over $150,000 per month. So I increased their business like 5 or 6 times within the span of 6 months, because I did my job very well. I was very effective at my job. I really transformed the company. And I remember when I was asking my employer, I asked my employer to have a meeting, and I wanted to get some sort of promotion or a raise or something. I thought that made sense because I'd increased his income over $100,000 a month. No cost. That's just pure profit to the company. And I mean, this was a really pivotal moment for me because I really believed in the job thing. I believed that if you worked hard, if you were a good boy, you can make it happen and you can grow. And I remember meeting with my boss, and this is an isolated circumstance. This probably doesn't happen to other people, but I met with my boss and I said, hey, I feel like I'm worth a little more than this. And I laid out the reasons why, and I laid out the math. And he came back and he said, I'd prepared for every response from my boss except for one. I prepared for every response. If he had asked, well, what if, if he asked all these different things, I knew what to say, or I knew how to justify my worth. But what he said was, or else what? And I was like, well, I said, I said I'd like to be earning some more in the company, or, or have some sort of incentive. He said, or else what? And I just froze, and I said, well, or else nothing. I said, I'm committed to this company, sir. And he got me out of his office. And at that point, I wanted to reach across the desk and strangle him. And the fact of the matter is, if you're working for a corporation or a company, companies are entities, like people. They have their own will. Companies don't care about people. Companies want to pay people as little as possible. It is in the company's best interests to keep people paid as little as possible. Now that's not how humans work, right? If my brother's working for me, I want him to do well. I want him enough. I want him to be happy. I want him to have enough to live. Companies don't. Corporations don't. If you're working for a company or a corporation or whatever, it doesn't care about you. The company's goal, it is in the investor's best interest, it is in the owner's best interest, it is in the stockholder's best interest to pay you as little as possible. So you're working in a rigged system. If you're getting paid a wage or a salary, you're working in a rigged system. And you've got to find a way to get out. Now, I went on a bit of a rant there. Sorry about that. I have lots of thoughts. I do a lot of weird reading, and I could rant for hours, but the point is, there is a way out. This training has changed thousands of people's lives. You can register for it. There should be a link somewhere around here, and you're going to get a completely free training course just for staying to the end, as well as a number of other bonuses. So get re-registered, check out what's on this, take prodigious notes, because this is going to help change your life. Really excited to that you've put your trust in me to help make, help transform things. And remember, this is working. The other route, the quote-unquote safe corporate company route, is a myth. And it's not in your best interest. We have an option here. So let's check it out. Why not? Why not give it a shot? See you in the training. Make sure to re-register for some of the times, either today or this week, and I'll talk to you soon.